You're watching a segment of The Splash, Greater West Bloomfield's news magazine show. Welcome back to The Splash. I'm Jonathan Jackson, and my guests on the show this week are Keego Harbor City Planner James Sabo, and sitting next to him is Planning Commission Chairman Gino Santia. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me today.
You're quite welcome. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Well, it's my pleasure as well, because it's good to have our folks from Keego Harbor here on the program, and it's always nice, like I said, to get a part of all the communities here in Greater West Bloomfield. And now you guys are on the Planning Commission. How long have you been a part of it, Gino?
Oh, gosh, I think over 30 years.
Very nice. And
Yes.
How about you, James?
I am actually the city planner and have been Keego's city planner for about 2 years.
Oh, so a bit of a difference here.
Yeah, Gino is a voting member. I am not a voting member.
So you probably get to learn a little bit from him, though, right?
Correct.
We learned from him.
Yeah, and both,
Well,
yeah,
yes.
vice versa. Cool. Now, as planners, part of the Planning Commission, you help the development of Keego, obviously, the city, and helping it grow over these years. And, I mean, James, in your 2 years so far, how have you been a part or contributed to Keego's growth?
The development in Keego over the last 2 years has been pretty significant. I imagine that the recession had an effect on Keego like it did in other places, and development had slowed down all over Michigan. But it has picked up significantly in Keego. There's a couple of new developments. The Magnolia project is coming to fruition. There are a number of new businesses opening in Keego Harbor. It's exciting, and it's great to be a part of that new growth.
Yeah, exactly. And Gino, in 30 years, you've seen so much. I mean, you're a business owner in Keego,
Yes.
and you've been a part of our the community for so long. Tell us, what have you seen change the most in these last few years?
Well, the diversity, it's changed a lot more in the sense of where people were more property owners and homeowners. It's become a lot of rentals and buying properties and building larger homes. We've lost some businesses through the years, unfortunately, because of whatever reasons, economic reasons, or the growth may be spread out to other communities. But we're trying to bring that back into Keego now, and I think we have a great opportunity before us right now, and we're working very diligently on that and promoting that. We had a meeting just last week, a joint meeting with the City Council, try to envision what we really want to go forward with and really try to get this thing with the master plan coming up, get going on that and get the city of Keego in the right direction.
I'm glad you mentioned the master plan, because that is going to be a huge development coming up pretty soon here. And James, can you tell us a little bit about what details are the master plan hoping to entail for this coming year?
Sure, I'd be happy to. The State Public Act 33 of 2008 mandates that cities, communities, villages, townships create a master plan for land use development in their communities, a vision, if you will, for the future, and about how the city develops physically. Keego's last master plan was 2002, and the state requires a review. You don't have to update it, but a review every 5 years. Mm-hmm. And Keego's, they've done their duty. They've done the review at the 5-year points, but I think they're at the point now where they would like to see the next vision or the next future vision for the city. And the master plan process is how that is done. It's an outreach to the community about how citizens and people who live in the community envision how they want to see their city physically in terms of land development move forward into the future.
And this is an open community workshop. Anybody can come if they're
Correct.
Interested and want to help out their city.
We encourage them to come out. We're having, we're putting it on this Facebook and our city website to get people interested, involved. Come to the meetings and express yourself. What worked in 2002 isn't working today in some cases, and we need to change that. We want to make sure we make the changes, the right changes for everybody to benefit from it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I also think another cool thing about Keego is the fact that, like you mentioned, businesses and hopefully development coming to our area. Is there anything or any place in Keego besides, of course, Gino's Pizzeria that you love to hang out in or go to?
Oh, I support most of the businesses in Keego. I think they're all wonderful. I have a good relationship with all the business people. I hope I do. I think I do.
I think you do too. I mean, the events held at Santia Hall and all the other fun things that the community gets to be a part of. James, how about you? Any events or places in Keego that you'd love to visit?
Yeah, there's a couple of places I like in Keego, but there's a couple of places that are opening that are going to be exciting and kind of neat too. El Camino, Latino restaurant, Mexican restaurant, is opening very soon. They hope to be open by the Cinco de Mayo, correct? Cinco de Mayo, which is next week. Yeah. So that's a big day for a Mexican food restaurant. Yes. I like Bosco's. Bosco's is a great place.
Yeah, I love that place.
And of course the ice cream, Dairy Queen, things like that. I love ice cream.
It's funny.
Obviously,
you mentioned earlier in
the
show.
We were talking about that earlier.
How much you love ice cream. Yeah.
Yeah. So those places are wonderful, and the lakes of Keego are great. It's a community right in the heart of the lakes, and it's a really neat place.
Yeah, nature and so many things, like I said, to do now. During this time of year when it's nice and warm outside. So many things in Keego and places to be, people to see, and it's great.
It's wonderful to see people walking by all the time, where we didn't have that before. We had a road issue before, especially on Cass Lake Road. And since we've widened it and put the streetscape now, there's people constantly walking up and down the street, biking, whatever. It's just wonderful.
Oh, well, that's great to see, and it's great to hear. And guys, I'm so glad you joined me on the show today to tell me a bit about it. So thank you again.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
All right, everyone.
May 4th.
That's right. No, let me promote it, too, for you guys. The master plan for Keego Harbor will be coming up really soon here. As they mentioned, May 4th, right at Santia Hall, with where Gino's Pizzeria is. It's at 6 p.m. on Thursday, like I said, May 4th, and you can visit the city's website at keegoharbor.org for more information. Thanks again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching a segment of The Splash. To catch the entire show or other segments, watch us on Comcast Channel 15 or AT&T Channel 99. Or look us up online at thesplash.tv and listen to us on WBLD 89.3, the all-new Lakes FM.